Dual Flush Toilets, Flush Towards the Future by Joshini, Kareem, Hanil, Joravar, and Maya. Hamilton Harbor was once an important part of First Nations life and was a stunning natural beauty. The harbor was abundant with fish and other wildlife, making it renowned for its natural charm. However, due to the intensive industrial and urban development around its shores, over the years this great marvel has deteriorated. Immense amounts of pollutions were entering the water, causing the harbor to become one of 17 sites of concern in Canada. Today, the harbor remains a major shipping center and supports one of the largest concentrations of heavy industry in Canada. It also receives the discharge from 3 wastewater treatment plants, as well as urban runoff from the cities of Hamilton and Burlington. Due to the heavy discharge of water, the harbor is facing a severe loss of wildlife due to pollution. Many aquatic species are dying because of the high levels of pollutants in the water. Not to mention, the air in this area has become heavily polluted due to the industrial sector. This has led to acid rain and various other impacts towards natural cycles. Thus, what our group proposed in order to combat this issue is to widely implement the use of a dual flush toilet, one which cuts down the amount of wastewater coming from households and other commercial properties.
Dual flush toilets use gravity to dispose waste down a hole, whereas regular flush toilets utilize a pressure system to dispose of waste. This allows for waste to travel more easily, reducing the number of clogged toilets and ultimately resulting in less need for plumbing fixes. Single flush toilets operate through a single mechanism for any type of waste. They are common in homes as well as other amenities. Each time the toilet is flushed, regardless of what type of waste it is, it uses approximately 4.9 gallons of water. On the other hand, dual flush toilets have a 2-part flush system which are located on the top of the toilet. One button allows for liquid waste to pass through, while the second button allows solid waste. This results in greater conservation of city water, leading to lower expenditure of energy for water systems and subsequently fewer environmental consequences. Dual flush toilets use approximately 1.1 gallons per low volume flush and 1.6 gallons per high volume flush.
This ultimately reduces water costs from toilets by more than 50%. As much as this helps reduce environmental impact, it also reduces water consumption and thus water costs. Therefore, it is a more economically feasible approach. More often than not, most homeowners will choose to have the best dual flush toilets installed in their bathrooms. After all, a dual flush toilet can give them substantial savings. When it comes to choosing toilets, there are many options available in the market today. This is due to the fact that manufacturers tend to grow their product lines, which include a variety of options that will appeal to different customers and their needs. Of the many brands available today, Woodbridge, Toto, and Kohler are the 3 brands that stand out to customers. These brands are known for their super powerful and quiet flushes. These brands feature a dual flush system which ensures that you remove your waste material with just a single flush. On average, you can choose between 1 gallon or 1.6 gallons of water per flush.
So what about business owners? Dual flush toilets can save money and be environmentally friendly, making it a win-win situation. Commercial buildings use about 19% of the municipal water supply, where 20 to 40% of that amount is for water in restrooms. Dual flush toilets can save 30 to 40% of the water bill, which will lead to the business saving money over time. A study in downtown Portland implemented dual flush toilets, and they looked at how it affected water savings for the building. The researchers were surprised that there was a 32% decrease in water consumption from toilets. Now, if you're thinking about implementing commercial toilets, there are important behavioral economics to take into account. There are 2 types of toilets, some with buttons and some with pulling the handle up or down. Research has shown that clearly marked buttons are better for decreasing water usage because they are easier to understand for people. The problem with the toilets that are needed to be pulled up or down is that people tend to push the handle down instinctively. And pushing down is the high flush mode, therefore they would not be maximizing the water saving capabilities of dual flush toilets.
According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, individuals can save around $230 a year by replacing toilets pre-1980s, and around $140 a year for toilets between 1980 and 1994. These costs are relatively around the same price of an average dual-flush toilet, which is around $250, making this a highly feasible option.
The government can make a massive impact in terms of the awareness of the mechanisms and effectiveness of dual-flush toilets, as well as the implementation of them. Firstly, let's outline how the government can spread the word about dual-flush toilets. The Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, or CMHC, represents the government's national housing agency. In 2002, they conducted a research report which outlined how effective and efficient dual-flush toilets are and how they benefit the environment as well as the homeowner. The project was a large process and proved to be effective in garnering the eyes of the public. It involved 13 agencies and participants over 7 provinces and collected 158 user satisfaction surveys. Seeing how this project was done more than 15 years ago, it is a no-brainer that a new project with new research and more innovative dual-flush technologies will pull vastly more people into switching to dual-flush toilets. Furthermore, the government can provide environmental programs which offer subsidies, grants, rebates, and services in order to incentivize the move to dual-flush systems. For instance, the town of Banff in Alberta has a water use reduction program which offers a $100 post-purchase rebate upon the replacement of a clean energy home appliance, which includes dual-flush toilets. Moreover, the city of St. Lambert in Quebec offers grants of $75 to homeowners who replace their standard toilet with a low-flush alternative, which again includes dual-flush toilets. Additionally, the city of St. Lazare offers a $50 subsidy to residents with up to 2 toilets who are willing to make the switch. These programs are highly effective because it gives people a reason to move to dual-flush methods without feeling that they have to sacrifice something in order to do so.
In conclusion, dual-flush toilets are an effective solution. They are simple to use and have an increased chance of altering behavior. They can also be implemented on a large scale. Lastly, they are cost-effective and provide savings.